Hello and welcome to our weekly market roundup, your one-stop source for the latest in global market trends, key economic insights, and top financial news. I'm your host, Daniel, bringing you the highlights and the happenings from around the world. Let's dive into the numbers and stories that moved the markets last week. So, what happened in the market last week? Let's take a closer look. This was a positive week for equity markets across the globe. The S&P 500 index edged up 0.87%, while the Nasdaq Composite posted a smaller gain of 0.25%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average increased by 1.45% to reach more than 40,000. Small-cap stocks outperformed, with the Russell 2000 rising almost 6%, marking its best week since early November. European markets rebounded, with the STOXX Europe 600 index rising 1.45%. The UK's FTSE 100 index advanced by 0.60%. Positive sentiment was supported by lower-than-expected US inflation data and a notable rebound in UK economic growth. The Nikkei 225 index gained 0.68%. Speculation of intervention in the foreign exchange market to support the yen led to volatility, but the overall sentiment remained positive. Chinese stocks saw modest gains, with the Shanghai Composite Index rising 0.72% and the CSI 300 Index up 1.2%. The Hang Seng Index in Hong Kong increased by 2.77%, driven by strong export data despite ongoing concerns about domestic deflation. The Japanese yen rallied to 158.20 on expectation of central bank intervention. The GBP strengthened on stronger-than-expected growth numbers. The euro strengthened on weaker US CPI data. Oil decreased by 1.30%, reflecting concerns over supply and demand dynamics. Gold rallied 1% on expectation of lower rates. The start of the earnings season saw mixed results from major banks, with JPY Chase, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup reporting. Wells Fargo cut its outlook, leading to a decline in share prices. The Consumer Price Index fell for the first time since early 2020, dropping 0.01% in June. Core CPI rose by 0.1%, the slowest pace in over 3 years, prompting expectations of potential rate cuts by the Federal Reserve. Political developments in France saw no party winning an outright majority in the parliamentary elections, leading to a potential coalition government. In the UK, economic growth rebounded in May, driven by the services and construction sectors. Speculation of intervention in the foreign exchange market to support the yen impacted market sentiment. Core machinery orders fell by 3.2% in May, while industrial production was revised up to a growth of 3.6%. Export growth in June exceeded expectations, rising 8.6% year-over-year. However, imports unexpectedly shrank by 2.3%, reflecting weak domestic demand. What to watch this week? Next week, investors should brace for key economic data releases and events that could impact market sentiment and drive volatility. Highlights include the ECB meeting, which may provide insights on future monetary policy amid inflation concerns, and the start of the US earnings season, with technology companies beginning to report. Here is what to keep an eye on. That's a wrap for this week's Market Roundup. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest market news and analysis. Until next time, stay informed and stay ahead. I'm Daniel, and I'll see you next week.